last week. Well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Ravens and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. This is one of those games that old school guys dream about.
Absolutely, and count me among those guys because we got the #1 rushing offense in the league taking on the #1 defense in the league. And that, to me, says this is going to be a hard-hitting game that's going to be won in the trenches. Partner, I'm already taped up. Maybe you and I should pad up for this one.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing on first down. Reeves. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Reeves got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
On first and 10, Reeves. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Off the play fake, Reeves going right back to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll look to throw again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Operating from the gun. Reeves. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Ojabo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Reeves. Hard throw. Incomplete. The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit from the left hash. It's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. On 3rd down, Jackson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Westbrook now on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in this spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Reeves. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Reeves. And that's incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to give this man...
On first down, Reeves. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll run with Gibson. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to about the 45. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson now. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Hall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Hall. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
Holding, offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Hall again on 2nd down. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here is Washington now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Gibson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Reeves. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. But there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, sir.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Option play, here's Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Jackson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. Only able to gain it. Jackson. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So that erases a game-tying touchdown.
And wouldn't you hate to be the person that committed the foul on that play? Film is not going to be fun for him, but right now, he's got to regroup and continue to play.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They run it with Hall off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing to start the drive. Reeves. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. To throw on 2nd down. Reeves. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Reeves. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And some room to maneuver. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Reeves. They will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Washington going to send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throw left side, complete. That's Hall. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime to get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. Able to complete this one to McLeod. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And here comes Westbrook. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Green. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On second down, a run with Gibson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, right back to Gibson. Ooh, the juke. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Once more, Gibson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff for Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that in a bad spot. Unfortunately, it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Reeves. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken the lead.
But that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They are down by a single possession here, 16-9, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll go option to the short side. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Option play, here's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Forced, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anymore because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing on 1st down. Reeves. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career.
On 1st and 10, Reeves. He finds Wilson, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And here's a give to Gibson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Reeves. Complete. It's Dotson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Reeves. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in. First down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Reeves. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now an option play on 2nd down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson's throw complete there to McLeod. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again is Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run it with Hall off the option, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Holding. Offense.
That's Ronnie Stanley, former top 10 pick from Notre Dame. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Operating from the gun. Reeves. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Defense. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back to throw again. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33.
And now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
Now Hall to start the drive. Up past the 30, second down coming up. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hall again on second down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11 now. Straight ahead is Hall.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
That was a terrible fucking game.
The win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action.